How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with another episode of MTG Egg Brawl. Today we're playing a Jor-El deck. Don't recall her name offhand. She's basically a 2-1 for 2 that whenever you draw a card, your second card each turn, you make a cat. And you can pay 6, I believe, to make all of your creatures' base power and toughness equal to the number of cards you have in hand. Both are really strong abilities if you can build around them. Luckily for us, Mono Green has actually been getting some pretty good card draw, so I'm excited to see how this goes. She used to make a couple appearances in the old band control list, because in the band control list, when you end up against another band control deck, one of the easiest ways to win was to get under the deck. So you'd want something really early that could pressure your opponent. And because the Bant deck had Teferi Time Raveler and Teferi, and didn't have Teferi, had Nissa and Uro and Growth Spiral. So it was pretty much always able to trigger Jor-El. And as a result of being always able to trigger her, if you could get her down in a mirror match, you could pump out the cats before your opponent had anything on board, and you could just clean up their life total before they could actually get out their late game aggression in the form of Uro and Hydroid Krasis and things like that. Risky plan because you had to cut things, but I mean, in the mirror match, you either ended up going, if you were going first, you might be able to just run with the game plan you had been playing, but if you were playing second, your opponent was going to get to the big things first, so you needed another plan to actually finish the game. Opponent here is playing Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. It's actually a pretty good commander. I don't really see any way that we're gonna it'd be hard to block it out, especially with a Shadow Spear on board. But as you can see from the cards in our hand, our main plan is to draw cards. We'd be so kind as to not look at the card in the far right of our hand. That card doesn't exist. It would exist if our lands were Snow Forest, but our lands are not Snow Forest. Our opponent's lands are Snow Forest. So just pretend that one's not there. Our opponent, they got the right lands though. I bet they're running it too. They might not be though. But it kind of looks like they could benefit off of it more than we could. We get an Old Growth Troll. Gonna become a premier threat in standard here once all of the Eldraine goes away. Which will also be a sad occasion because I kinda like Mono Green Eldraine Stompy. She's technically just food tribal, but call it what you will, food tribal with a fun deck. Came out of nowhere. Well, it didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of the Oko food decks, but Oko kind of made things die before their time, so we didn't really get a lot of fun with Feasting Troll King during that time. Opponent has a very impressive board state. 12-12 with Trample, 2-1 with Trample, 8-3 with Trample, 2-4 with Trample, 6-7 with Trample. There's a lot of Trample coming our way. Ugin can deal with that though. Don't know if it'll be a good thing if Ugin deals with that though. It's gonna be necessary, but will it be a decent trade-off? Maybe. Depends on how good those 5 cards in our opponent's hand are. Are they decent enough to rebuild? Or are they not? Either way, we have no choice in the matter. We take about almost 2 of their creatures have the capacity to kill us by themselves. That's pretty good work, opponent. We're gonna swing in here at the Vivien for no reason. everything here is going to die anyways, because they're all colored permanents, so we might as well get Nissa off the board. She would have died too, so exercise in futility, but I kind of wish I had an Ashai of my own at the moment, because Turn of the Wild Speaker, draw 12. That would be real nice. Be really, really nice. So we're gonna exile 5 here. That's the minimum price for taking down the commander, which we kind of need to die. Luckily, Ugin does not say non-land permanent. I had a mini heart attack after I cast that Ugin because I thought maybe I had destroyed myself, but it's only it only says colored. Green Warden of Marasa comes down. Get a land. Put out our commander. Put out a 3/3 that draws us a card, which makes a cat. I think that's a wolf too, but it might be a dog. Pretty sure it's a wolf though. So a wolf that made a cat. It's an odd combination, to be honest. And then a bear. The Spirit of Asgard. He's probably a decent spirit. I know I tried playing some Stompy with that particular snow bear, but a minute there I was wondering why I double blocked, and the answer was because I wanted to save Ugin. You could have probably triple blocked there, huh? But then Ugin would have been on... He was supposed to only been on 4, so he couldn't have dealt with the Green Warden. Unfortunately for us, we don't have a lot of good options. I don't know why I love 6 mana up. That seems a little silly. I probably should have played. It's a little hard to say. If we played the Wicked Wolf, we would have had to sack it. We wouldn't have. We wouldn't have fought it. 3 additional toughness on board that wouldn't have saved our Ugin, so... Wild Speaker. Fortunately, Jor-El is not a non-human. She is human. So who are we taking out here? It's probably best to take out the Green Warden, right? Sadly, there is no way for Ugin to survive this. We do a land for turn. Draw another card with our spare supplies. That'll get us an additional cat. Toski comes down. He's a good blocker the turn you play him, and he might be card draw in the subsequent turns. Get down a Wicked Wolf. Just loading up the board, showing off our hand. Now, the Jor-El deck is sweet, but I don't think it overpowers another mono green deck that's just playing big mono green threats. The Questing Beast, kind of better than us. I don't know, that was 5 power, we blocked it with 7 power and it still did damage to us? Must have seen that wrong, because otherwise that wouldn't make much sense. That dinosaur is going to murder us. Yeah, that dinosaur is gonna murder us. But I can make all my creatures tutus. Luckily, this Boreal can, for some reason, fight against the tide of a giant dinosaur. And they have a Toski too. We have Toski Wars. Now their Toski is bigger than ours. I don't really appreciate that. They attack in. Their AA gets what? 7. Weird. I've not read that card right. I thought I gave +1/+1 for each land. Oh, maybe it did. 19. That would mean they would have. Yeah, no, they have 11 lands. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Math is hard. Never mind. We play a Garrix Uprising. And we die here. Gonna be the game, guys. Artoski has to attack, of course. Shadow Spear makes everything not indestructible anymore. And Toski dies. A rare occurrence, to be sure. And we concede here shortly. Because somebody was at the door. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.